I think for a long time, we grew up in a culture where 9 to 5 was the only priority. I think the traditional take work home with you grind is going by the wayside. Allowing people to have more flexibility in their work life balance is the new normal. My name is Olivia Himmel, and Mary Kay just fits. I grew up in Mason, Michigan. It's outside of East Lansing. My childhood was spent playing outside, reading a lot of books, playing soccer with my brothers. I'm half Japanese. My family came here from Japan, and seeing how they pursued this life in the United States and were able to make something out of nothing, something that I could take a lot of pride in. When I originally started, I was a freshman in college and was just looking for a way to make some extra income. I didn't really do a whole lot with my Mary Kay business, so I just had a few customers here and there, but that's also the beauty of a Mary Kay business is it can ebb and flow through the different seasons of your life. Once I graduated, I decided to start building my Mary Kay business on nights and weekends. What I love most is the freedom that it allows me in my life. I love my routine, getting up in the morning, doing my Bible study, having my coffee, then being able to put in a few hours of work in my home office before I head off to the gym every day. Fitness is a huge part of my life. As a former athlete, it was just always something that was ingrained in me. I make product deliveries at that time. I work for a few more hours, following up with clients, booking new appointments, coaching my team. Skincare is always in. Everybody wants to have good skin. The no makeup trend is in right now. When women feel that their skin is healthy and beautiful enough that they can feel confident with less makeup, that's even better. What advice would I give my 18-year-old self? Not to worry so much about the opinions of other people, to really just follow your own gut and your own intuition and God's calling on your life. No matter how it might look to other people, you have to do what you're meant to do. It also allows me the time to invest in my relationships. It just makes you really feel valued. I honestly can't imagine the type of person who I would be if I didn't have the coaches and mentors who I've had in Mary Kay.
Welcome.
Hey.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to our Cadillac Culture event. So my name is Victoria, and my job is to give you to run down what's going to happen today. We are so happy to have so many guests today, consultants and guests. So okay, so first of all, welcome everybody, especially our guests, and please put in the comments who invited you. Okay, so guests, put your consultant's name in the chat, because guess what, you're earning some entries to win some products. Okay, so so if you are joining us, I'm talking to the guests, if you're joining us just kind of because your consultant just invited you and asked you to join this event, because she is probably she has a goal, she's running after things, or she has a challenge. So we so appreciate you guys, and welcome. So appreciate you for joining and supporting your consultant. Okay, so put her name in the chat, who invited you to this event and why is she amazing. Okay, so if you join in to kind of learn a little bit more about our culture, about Mary Kay and the company, so you are in the right place as well, and we welcome you as well. But if you're one of those as oh, I heard you can earn some free products, well, you're in the right place as well. And speaking about free products, so we are going to do 2 drawing at this event. So the first drawing we will do at the very end of this event, while we are still on the Zoom. So all the guests and consultants can participate in that for commenting. That's why the more comments you put, and the more they just say hello, put emoji, something. So all the entries will go into the drawing that we will do at the end, and the you guys can win one. There's going to be one winner, and you can win our amazing brand new summer product. And this is really great body lotion from our new collection, lavender and coconut scent, and it's really moisturizing. It smells good. So yeah, so one of you today will get this in mail. And then there's going to be a second drawing. This is only for guests, and we will do that drawing on Friday. So to get entries into that big drawing, we call it like grand prize drawing, you just need to complete the survey that your consultant who invited you to this call will send you after the event. Okay, it will take you a couple of minutes just basically to get your feedback. Okay, there are going to be 4 secret words we are giving away, and you need to put that in the survey as well, right, Jessica? Yeah, so it's in the survey. Yes, 4 secret words, and answer a couple of questions to give your feedback to your consultant, and it will count for all her goals, all her challenges, and that's how you will get those 2 entries, okay, into the drawing. We will do the drawing on Friday, and if you are a lucky winner, you will get a basket with products, with amazing Mary Kay products in mail. Okay, so yeah, so be sure to participate today, but then to complete the survey that your consultant is going to text you. Okay, all right, so yeah, put in the comments are coming. Yay, awesome, great. All right, so I will start with my story, and I have my 3 amazing friends here, Lene, Jessica, and Marin. So we, 4 of us, we are Mary Kay sales directors, and this event, basically, we are going to share our stories and how Mary Kay affected our lives, what we love about what we do, and yeah, I will start with my story. And I'm going to time myself. This is what we do today. I'm practicing. Okay, so I am originally from Belarus. So if you don't know, it's like a very small country west of Russia, okay, between Russia and Ukraine. I joined Mary Kay 19 years ago. I was stay-at-home mom, and if you're a mom, put in the comments. It will get you additional entry. I was stay-at-home mom. My daughter was 2 years old, and I just went to the pampering session. I love the products, and then when I heard a little bit more about the company, I decided to join for some fun, for some extra money, and for flexibility. I never thought I would be doing something like this for so long. And then at some point, I got divorced and I moved to Russia. I was living in Moscow for 5 years and working full-time as a flight attendant, doing Mary Kay just as a side gig. And then 9 years ago, in actually August, I moved to the United States with my daughter. I got married again, and now we have blended family. I have 2 stepsons, 13 and 15, and my daughter is turning 21 this month. It's kind of crazy to say that, but yeah, this is it. Yeah, so that's, and I joined Mary Kay again. So when I moved here, I joined Mary Kay again, and actually, I was not even sure if I want to be a consultant, like, and working and doing appointments, because, you know, first of all, I didn't have any friends. Second of all, well, if you did notice my accent, so I speak Russian as my first language, and, you know, English as my second. So I was not sure about my language skills, if, you know, because I was doing appointments and, you know, sharing the products in Russian language for a long time. And then, you know, like, it's like when I was thinking about it, it's like, okay, I have to learn all the words, you know, about the skin, you know, and all those things. And it was my daughter. So just saying, your kids are watching you, okay? Because she grew up with me being in Mary Kay. She was 2 when I joined. So she's like, Mom, you love Mary Kay. Like, do you remember how much fun you had doing appointments? I was like, yeah, I remember. And she remembers too, apparently. So, and she was 12 at that point when we moved, and she's like, yeah, just learn the words and do it again. I was like, okay. So I'm glad I did, because it brought so many blessings into my life. So I promoted myself to leadership positions 3 years ago. So I've been director with the company for 3 years. And what it means, still as directors, we share the products, we teach skincare and makeup application as consultants, but we also teach and train and mentor consultants as well. And it's been such an incredible journey. I just love every second of it. And yeah, it was my daughter who just kind of pushed me a little bit, and I'm so grateful she did. And I mean, I love so many things about Mary Kay. You know, a lot of perks you will hear today about. We are actually tracking we are earning and trekking. Our third car is the company, beautiful pink Cadillac, first time. And that's why, yay! And that's why our event is called Pink Cadillac, because this is one of the cars you can earn with the company. So I'm currently driving a free car, and it's a beautiful Chevy Equinox. It's not pink, but it's free. And you will hear a little bit more about the car program today. So yeah, I earned different diamond rings. You will hear about that too. But I would say my favorite part of Mary Kay is personal growth that happened to me for all these 19 years, but especially for the last 8 years since I joined Mary Kay here in the United States, because it's a very safe place to grow. You have mentors who like hold in your hand, and that's what we do as mentors and leaders with the company. We hold consultants hands and just like lead them along the way, no matter where you want to go with this, because there are so many different ways you can work this business. And so it's a safe space, right? You have mentors who like you're not alone in this business. You like for yourself, but you're not by yourself. You have your sister consultants who like cheering you on along the way. We celebrate like every little step, every little win. And what happens in the process, like we build women's confidence. And that happened to me. I was not even sure, if I want to do it. And then at some point, just step by step doing it, but especially promoting myself to leadership position, becoming a director. It's been just such a beautiful journey. And at some point, I was like, well, if I can do this, being not even from here, not speaking the language. I speak the language, but it's not my first language. Not having friends. I didn't have any friends when I moved. So I made a decision to help women to do the same. And so the person who I became in the process, like that's 100% Mary Kay. And yeah, I mean, I never thought I would be like speaking in front of people on video call. Okay, so I was one of those. I recently trained at the event in front of, I was speaking in English and training in English in front of 100, about like 100 consultants. Never thought I would be doing something like this, you guys, but this is kind of the example of that personal growth that happens. And when somebody asks me like, what's your favorite part of Mary Kay? Like, do you guys sell lipstick? We do sell lipstick, but what we do on the bigger picture, we help women to build confidence. And I personally would do this journey again and again and again, starting like being like new consultant, and the place where I am now, like I would do it again for just that piece, foundational growth, personal growth that's happening. And it's not like women join for this, it's not the reason that women join Mary Kay, but that's what happens in the process. That's why, if you stick with the company long enough, like you would be absolutely different person, and you surround yourself with amazing women, with like big thinkers like all of us here, like consultants and directors. And this is so great. And I built my friendships through this because I didn't have any friends, and like now, like all of you are my friends. This is pretty amazing. So yeah, so my secret word, perfect timing, see? We can do it. So my secret word would be confidence. Okay, yes, we do sell lipstick at Mary Kay, but we build women's confidence. Okay, and I want to introduce our next speaker, and we connected through Mary Kay, you guys. And guess what? She is a brand new Mary Kay director. She just became director July 1st. Marin, take it away. Oh my gosh. Yay. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, Victoria. So, yes, I am a brand new Mary Kay sales director. Gosh, my story is a little different from Victoria's. I'm a little older in life. I actually just turned 55 a couple of days ago, and I was in corporate America for like 30 years or so. And I was in management, I was in high tech, I had employees all over the globe, all that stuff. And I was in a position in my last company where I thought I had stability. And so I was on a vacation and I got notice that I was laid off. And I was literally on a cruise ship floating in the Caribbean Ocean with my mom. And oh, okay. So much for stability. So, I tried looking for another job. I was interviewing and applying and applying and interviewing for months and months and months and months, and I didn't get a job. And I'm like, okay, so this job market is really different than it ever has been. And so, I'd never gone more than like 2 or 3 months max without finding another job. So it was 7, 8 months, and I just finally said, okay, that's it. I'm going to do something else. Um, I really want stability. I'm a divorced mom. My son is now 13 years old, and I'm kind of the primary caretaker for my mom, who, by the way, is 81 years old and also a Mary Kay consultant. And thanks, Yvette. I think I looked great for 55 as well. It's because I've been using Mary Kay for actually 30 years. So, yeah, I've been a customer for a very long time. And so, anyway, so I was looking at, all right, so I want stability. I know how to, look at numbers and run a business and such. I ran a multi-million-dollar business unit for many years. And so I looked at a couple different companies in terms of, what's going to be the best fit for me to sell their products. And so I was looking at Mary Kay. I wanted to use products that, I wanted to sell products that I know and loved. And obviously I love Mary Kay. This is a 55-year-old face, but it doesn't look like one. And so I was looking at Mary Kay, and then I was looking at another company in a completely different industry, in the health and wellness industry. And I was looking at the profits. And when I realized it was 50% profit, everybody from a brand new beauty consultant, all the way up to an elite executive national sales director with thousands of people in her area. We all make the same profit. We're a direct selling company, which means I don't have to buy products from Victoria, who would then have to buy products from Lene, no, we all buy directly from Mary Kay at a wholesale discount of 50%, and then we sell them directly to our customers. You will never see Mary Kay sold in stores. You shouldn't see Mary Kay sold on websites like Amazon and Etsy and such. Our consultant agreement strictly prohibits that. But anyway, so I was looking at all that 50% margin, and the number one company in for direct sales in the skincare and cosmetics industry for the third year in a row globally. I'm like, okay. And then I started looking at everything else: awards, 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 prizes, recognition, all these other things. And then I was also looking at how much money I can make. So I was, like I said, I was a director in high tech, and I was making a lot, serious six figures. And I said, I'm a single mom. I want the flexibility because my son's in middle school. I want to be able to participate on his field trips and go volunteer at his school and spend time with my mom and uh, pamper myself, get my nails done, get my hair done, and such. So I decided to start my Mary Kay business. And it was about 10 months ago that I started my business. And I got it really quick. I mean, I've always loved these products. So for me to turn around, and it's funny because we don't necessarily sell the products. I mean, we do technically, but it's not about the sales. It's for us, it's about teaching skincare and figuring out what the best skincare solutions are for each one of our customers, because everyone's got different skin. We actually have 7 different skincare lines with the different formulas and such. So it was great for me to really hone in and learn that and work with all my customers to see what kind of skincare they need, what their specific needs are. Do they have extra wrinkles? Do they have, dark circles under their eyes? Do they, want more hydration? Whatever it is. So I love teaching skincare and color cosmetic application. Um, so again, I went from corporate to doing this. I have the the flexibility to do what I want. And I, like Victoria had mentioned earlier, I decided to go for it and become a sales director. We have a magazine that comes out to consultants every month called the Applause Magazine. And I looked inside that magazine and it said, it lists all of the commission checks for top sales directors in the company. Now, again, everyone makes the same profit on selling the products. It's a 50% profit. You have a $20 lipstick, and we're making $10 profit off of that. Yay. But commissions come into play when we're building a team like the sales directors. And there's several other consultants on this call that have built a team and brought more consultants into the business. And so they've empowered them to start their own business. And so those commission checks come from the wholesale side. So like Victoria is not going to pay me commission and Lene is not going to pay Victoria commission. It's Mary Kay. So we all get to purchase the products at the same price, 50% off wholesale. And excuse me. And then the commissions come in on the wholesale orders from the consultants in our team. So I was looking at those top director commission checks and they were huge. Some people are literally making commission checks over $100,000 a month, plus their product sales to their customers. I'm like, sign me up. In fact, the gal that introduced me to Mary Kay last year is on the call. Shannon, thank you so much. And yes, we talk about our love check. So my little timer went off. So my secret word is finances. And so with that, I'm going to pass it over to my dear friend, Jessica.
All right, awesome. Thank you, Marin. Oh my gosh, don't you guys just love hearing each other's stories? When I hear someone else's story, I'm like, oh, I'm like just so interested in Victoria's story and Marin's story. Keep those comments coming. You guys are keeping me so busy. I'm like doing all the comments. I had to turn my camera off for a minute because I was looking like crazy because I was just like putting all the comments in like a madman. So keep those comments coming. I will catch up in a little bit. But if you have not said your name in the comments, go ahead and do that because that'll get you the first entry. And then everything you say, emojis, everything, that all gets you an entry into the drawing. So keep those comments coming. So I am Jessica Harvey. I have been in Mary Kay for 17 years. I have been a director for 7. I finally looked up the numbers. I was like, I think I've been saying 17 years for a long time. And then I looked it up and it is 17. So, which is super exciting, and 7, because I was like, okay, I better get my numbers straight here. But I started Mary Kay when I was just trying out products with a friend. Put the products on my face. I could not believe how amazing my face felt just by using products. And like we all said, you could never guess our ages. I'm like, how does Victoria have a daughter that's that grown up? And how is Marin just turning 55 on Sunday? And we're all like, I'm 39 and a half. So I'm like, oh, I'm almost 40. All these ages. And so we're all just like shocked. Like if you line us up, you could never guess, at the carnival, it'd be like a carnival thing. You cannot guess our age because we all look so much younger than we are. So I love that. Thank you, Mary Kay. But yeah, I am, let me set my timer as well. We're trying to keep to good pace tonight. So anyways, I started Mary Kay just to get my products at half off. I never thought I would do anything. If someone told me that I would be, speaking in front of a group of people, just like Victoria said, I would be like, no, I can't do it. And in fact, I just started with my friends and family. My mom had a party for me. She had some people. My sister had a party for me. She had some people. And I just started with my friends and family. I used to be terrified to talk on the phone, terrified to talk in groups of people, just started with a small group of people and then just went from there. And then I started being like, wow, I just talked to a stranger. Okay, wow, I just talked to someone else. Oh my gosh, the person from my work wants to get together. Okay. And then I started really gaining that confidence, and which I love because, yeah, I would, if I looked back 17 years ago, be like, there's no way I could just be stand up here and, well, sitting up here and doing sessions or being in person. So it is super exciting to do that. And I have definitely worked this business through all stages. I worked this business as a full-time teacher. I was a full-time teacher for the past 15 years. I was an elementary school teacher. I taught sixth grade for 1 year, which was terrifying. Then I taught third grade for 9 years. And then I've been doing English as a second language as a teacher with that small groups ever since then. And last year I made the change. I thought, you know what? I am making money in Mary Kay. I'm pampering people. I don't have enough time slots in my week with my full-time job. I wonder what it would look like to go part-time. And the great thing is we are around, just like Victoria said, we are around big thinking women. And so I was around a bunch of directors and they're like, you know what? You should do it. You should just quit your teaching job and do Mary Kay full time. And I'm like, oh, but I really still like teaching. So I looked into all the logistics of everything. And so anyways, I went 3 days a week for teaching and I realized, oh, it brought my passion for teaching back. I was just last year, I was like, this is the best thing ever. I just taught Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. On Wednesdays, I was like, have a great weekend, everyone. And people were like, weekend? We got still to have 2 days going on. And I'm like, I don't know. I'm out of here. And it was the greatest thing because I was able to put my Mary Kay business in the pockets of time slots that I had, was able to really prioritize my health, prioritize family time, prioritize just everything, everything that I did. And it was just amazing. So then this year I decided to go part-time again because I just love it so much. So I'm teaching part-time and doing Mary Kay full-time, and it has been a super, just a blessing in my life. And so, you know, like some of the ladies have already talked about, but you know, this business, we walk you through everything. So when I first started, if someone said, go out there and teach a class of 15 people, I'd be like, no. So I just started my friends and family. And now, you know, we've just expanded. I've done sessions with 15 people. I've done sessions with 2 people. I've just kind of expanded through then. But what I found is that I really like prizes and recognition. In Mary Kay, we get recognized for everything we do. Seriously, when I first started, I would get like a pencil in the mail and I'd be like, oh my gosh, what did I do to earn this? I'll do it again. And my director, still my senior, she's like, you are the easiest person to get prizes for. I could give you a sparkly pen and you would be like, what else do I gotta do? And so it was so funny because I'm like, seriously, I am, you know, prize oriented. And now the prizes are even better than a sparkly pen, which I love those prizes. But now in Mary Kay, we can earn diamond, well, always, but we can earn diamond rings. I've actually earned 7 diamond rings in Mary Kay. This is my latest diamond ring that I just got to pick up. And we used to get these little chairs, these little velvet chairs, and so I put all my rings, they're stacked on these little velvet chairs in my closet. One of my household friends came and helped me organize my closet, and they're like, what is all that? I'm like, those are the diamond rings we can earn in Mary Kay. So I only grabbed 5 for you guys, but this is one of the diamond rings. They give you an appraisal that you can add like the value of the diamond ring onto your house insurance, so you can get them insured, which is so fun. And oh, Victoria's got the other one that I didn't grab. And so we can get diamond rings just for working our business. And this is from selling $40,000 worth of products, which when I heard that, I was like, seriously, it can be done. People love these products. This brand, you know, has the highest brand recognition. So when people say Mary Kay, most people go, oh my gosh, I love Mary Kay. And so it really just sells itself. So I'm out there just talking to people about the products and they're buying the products and Mary Kay's sending me diamond rings. How insane is that? So many other things. I actually got my computer that I'm training off of as a prize for one of my star vouchers. I have had so many prizes. I have a lamp behind me. I used to joke that I have so many prizes that if I was ever like homeless or something, I would have like this whole thing. I would have lamps and TVs and I would just be furnished with everything. And in fact, when I moved into my studio, I actually had so many things, TVs and lamps and everything to just furnish my studio. So there's so many things, but we teach you everything about this business. We recognize you to success. You know, women are not recognized in the corporate America. You know, you're doing a job well done and people are just like, okay, good job, next. They're not even telling you good job, right? And so I've been teaching for 17 years. I finally got like an award last year and it's like, thanks. It's just a piece of paper, right? That's not very exciting. And I'm like, my 5 cars out back. That's, I've earned 5 cars in Mary Kay, all these rings just for working my business and helping others be successful. So I mean, we could go on for days about the prizes and recognition, but if you want a little bit of extra recognition in your life, maybe you're just not rewarded for, a job well done. This is what you get from Mary Kay. You get recognition, you get recognized as success, you get applauded. Women are applauding for you. People are cheering for you each and every day. People are cheering for you just for pampering your cousin, right? You're like, I didn't even do anything. I just showed products to my cousin and my mom. And that's when people are super excited. So my secret word tonight is, well, it's a phrase, but prizes, or I'm going to say recognition and rewards is my phrase, my secret phrase for tonight. So if you're looking for a little bit of extra recognition, this is definitely the place to be in Mary Kay. I love all the prizes and all the things. So, ooh, that was good. There goes my timer. We're doing good on our timer. So next, I'm going to pass it on to my amazing new friend this year, Lene. She is from California. Got to meet her through doing these events from a friend of a friend. Love hearing her story, love hearing the culture and some of the things that she has going on in her life. But she is a legacy in Mary Kay. She drives a pink Cadillac that we're all working on earning, and she has met Mary Kay, and she is amazing. So I'm going to pass it on to her. Take it away. Oh, wait, you're on mute. Sorry.
Okay. I know that. I know I'm a mute. You didn't get to hear what I said, you guys. It's a secret. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. So I know, don't you like the way we introduce each other on, everything's always so positive in Mary Kay. So, you know, I've been in Mary Kay, it's almost 32 years now. So I've been in this pink positive bubble my time, because I'm talking basically about flexibility and freedom and flexibility. And when you're in a pink bubble like this for 32 years, you don't know what it's like out there anymore, because it's like I haven't had a job since I was in my early 20s. I got into Mary Kay not because somebody offered me a facial. Nobody's ever offered me a facial. I had to recruit myself. So sad. Okay, I could have been offended, but whatever. You'll do more for your family and kids than you will for anybody else. My husband lost his job. He had a secure job. No job is secure. You learn that really quick. He was district carpenter for all the high schools in the Antelope Valley. Then the government mishandled the money. Boy, that hasn't changed over the years, has it? Okay. And my husband was always upset because they're so wasteful. They're so wasteful. And that was all that back then. And then, but I was grateful. I'd get his check, not a lot left, but I got to be home with the kids because that was what I wanted to do. When I married him, I moved where he lived, and I told him I would never go, we call it, go down below to go to work, because I didn't want to drive in the traffic 42 years ago, because we've been married 42 years. And now I don't even know how people do it. I don't know how they do it. Just don't know how they do it. But I am so glad that I own my own time. I love my freedom. When you have freedom, because some people don't even know, some these days, because the older you get, the more you observe, and the longer you're in Mary Kay and you're experiencing women and what's going on. That's why Mary Kay knew so much and had so much wisdom and discernment, because she was dealing with women all the time and their families, and and women are an open book. They really are. And it's like everybody's in a box. Well, at least in California, it's like you're in a box. You go to work, they come home, the garage goes up, they go in and go back in. Like when I was growing up, we played in the neighborhood, we walked for miles and miles and rode our bikes, and there was freedom. It's not like that anymore, So I do appreciate so much the freedom, the flexibility, doing what I want, when I want, with whom I want. And I do love that. And you can't really put a price tag. And one of the ladies already talked about, you're the confidence that you get in this. But freedom, don't take it for granted, because Mary Kay fights for the freedoms that we do have in our being an entrepreneur in our business. They even have, they call it a public affairs department, and on our back office. You can even go there and look once you're a consultant, but they fight for us all the time with our legislators and everything, so that we keep the opportunity, keep it good. Okay, because so many times people want to take away our rights and control us. I do not like being controlled. We live in a very controlling society now, compared to that I notice as I get older, So, and even as my husband, and when he left his job at 50, and I'd already earned my car and become a director. I was a Cadillac director. And I said, well, just leave. You're miserable. Just leave. Because they had laid him off. And so he liked it at first, but when he got called back, he didn't like it anymore. So, and I'm all positive and he's all negative, and that doesn't work. Okay. So I said, do something else or whatever. So um, he um, he ends up leaving there, and I can remember exactly. And this is part of flexibility and control and what's going on. It's like I like my make my own decisions, and freedom is like when you work for somebody, they're going to tell you what to do. They're going to tell you what it's worth. We're grateful for our jobs and everything. Yeah, I get that. But when he went in there at 50 and he says, okay, well, I'm going to retire. They said, well, you can't retire. You're not old enough. And he goes, okay, well, then I quit. And then he said, well, don't you want to stay another 5 years or something? Because then you get 10 years of free medical. And he's all, no. So they want to keep you. They've got scripts to keep you. I paid our own medical after he left there because I have that choice, right? And so, of course, he ends up having a stroke, so he hasn't worked since he was 50. But thank you for Mary Kay and the money you can make in Mary Kay. My personality type or whatever, I kind of work according to need level. Everybody's different with what they want and their goals. And what motivated me was my family to do it because I didn't want a job. So I made sure I did the work so I could have that money, coming in. And that's what's so good about Mary Kay is too, there's retention, because you're selling something that goes down the drain, right? You meet people, and I've had customers, some of them have been with me 32 years, that's just like awesome, right? So and when you're designing your own life, it's totally different than working for somebody. So I'm not really a good one to talk to if because I haven't had a job since I'm in my early 20s, you guys. Okay, so what's that? Don't tell me what to do, and then I'll go see my consultant sometimes where they work or wherever, and the ones that a lot of them are grateful for their jobs, but at the same time, a lot of them want something more. And they work so long, their hours and stuff, and aren't appreciated. We get everything in Mary Kay. Oh my gosh, talk about just like they said, Mary Kay didn't believe in criticism. She believed in praising people to success. So, and that's what she does. I've got so many diamond rings, but and I didn't start for the recognition, but you don't mind getting them once you get them. And once your unit does like over 500,000 and you get the bigger honker, you have a choice. You can take the bigger honker or you can take $3,750. That's nice, right? The year that COVID came and we couldn't go to, I think it was Ireland that year, they deposit $10,000 in my account. So, I mean, that's good money, right? Right. Yeah. So, and it can be whatever you want. And as you can tell, as you see, like all the different types of women here, it doesn't matter what type you are. We all have labels, so just ignore that. Mary Kay is all about just you becoming everything God created you to be. And I don't know, I love my time. Because I'm like 69, almost 70. And you know what? I like to spend lots of time with my grandkids. It's all about my grandkids. It's all about my grandkids because my kids were practiced. Now I know what I'm doing. So that's why I like it. And my secret word is freedom and flexibility. And back to whoever's going to share. I think, is it Marin who's going to share about the kit?
Yes, I am. And Jessica, will you share the graphic so everyone can see it? So if you do want to become a Mary Kay consultant, there's two ways to do it. First of all, your consultant who invited you to this call will send you their link to sign up, and you could just do it on your phone. And there's two versions of it. Jessica's pulling up the graphic right now. So the first option is the eStart, which is $35, and that's the portion that's in the bottom right corner. Everyone pays that $35. And in the eStart, it's kind of like a basic starter kit. You'll get a welcome brochure. We've got a great start program, and you'll get a lookbook catalog and a handful of samples. And you will also get 1 year free of your personalized Mary Kay website so that you can sell the products anywhere in the United States. We have no territories or quotas, but we just stay in the United States. And some free apps to help you like process credit card payments and things like that. So pretty basic, and that's the $35. But if you are serious about working this business, you want to hold parties, you want to hold facials, you really want to take this on, then I would strongly suggest upgrading for an additional $90 for a total of $125 and get that Pro Start package. The Pro Start package gives you absolutely everything that you see on there. First of all, you're going to get the big, gorgeous black tote, and that's the tote we carry around with us on all of our selling appointments. And you'll get 4 mirrors that you can use. There are little mirrors in the trays so everyone can try the products during parties and such. And then you're going to get over $400 of full size retail products. And that's so that you can uh, demo all of the products to the customer. So not all of them, but the Time Wise Miracle set, the microdermabrasion set, the charcoal mask, a mascara, the our award-winning oil-free eye makeup remover, and then all 5 shades, full bottles of our CC cream, which is our basic light SPF infused light coverage foundation that is amazing. And then you're going to get over $100 worth of business supplies. So all of the little applicator tools that you can use to sample the mascaras and the eyeshadows and such, sales slips, customer profile forms. You're going to get a big binder with a flip chart that will walk you through an entire class so that you can show your customers, all the products and such. So it's $125 for everything there, and it's worth over about $400 or $500 worth of product and business supplies. So those are your 2 options. Everyone pays the 35, and then if you really are committed to doing the business, kick in the extra 90 for a total of 125, and those are your startup options. So back to you, Jessica.
Awesome. We're gonna put all the directors back on the screen, and we're gonna open it up for questions. So if you guys have any questions about the business, go ahead and put it in the chat and we will answer those. I saw one question come across when you guys were talking. One asked for Victoria. It said, did you have to, I can't remember where it was now, but did you have to restart when you got into the United States? And can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so basically the company is in 42 countries right now. Fun fact, when I started in my home country, Belarus, so the company was not even there officially. So we were part of like Russian branch. Okay, so nowadays Belarus is one of the countries that joined, and we have national sales directors, and so that's kind of official. Yeah, when you move countries, you have to start from the very beginning, being a new consultant. So I started this business twice, okay, back home 19 years ago as a brand new consultant, and when I moved here 9 years ago as a brand new consultant. Yes.
Love that. Awesome. Anybody else have any questions? Or any directors, did you see any questions come across?
Yeah, we have probably time for a couple more questions. Whatever this event sparked any questions, like put it in the comments, guests especially. Yeah. Any questions about what we are talking today?
Yes,
And then we will do a drawing. And Jessica, if you want to start working on those comments. So a quick reminder. So all the comments from this Zoom will go into the drawing, and we are going to do drawing for this amazing body lotion, coconut and lavender scented, moisturizing, amazing product. And then guests, so your consultants who invited you to this call, they're going to text you the link for this survey. Okay, so you basically need to put those 4 secret words into the survey and answer a couple of questions to get your feedback. Okay, and of course, if you made a decision to join our beautiful Mary Kay family, we would love working with you. And you just heard about starter kit options, how to start. When we share this, like, and if you, I would say, like, how I would put it is like, if something touched your heart today, and you like wake up tomorrow, it's like, still thinking about this Mary Kay thing. Well, text or call your consultant who invited you, because it's something, you know, that touched your heart and maybe you should consider. But then if it's, you know, you just want to remain a customer, that's totally fine. We love our customers, and our customers just such a, you know, you guys amazing. We love you, and you know, we appreciate our customers as well. Yeah, but if something touched your heart, so let your consultant know.
Yes.
Okay. So any questions? Okay, my phone. Okay, so
Yeah.
what's about social media? I think Jessica, this is your question.
Oh yeah, yes, I see some questions come across. Oh yeah, what social media tips do you have? Yeah, I could take that one. I always just like going live as much as I can. Anything I'm doing, if I'm getting ready, doing my makeup, I go live, or do a reel. That way I try and just be as present as I can on social media. So social media is going to be like your advertisement. So, you know, when you pass a billboard and it's like advertises something, and then you see it later and it's like, oh yeah, so social media is like our billboards now. So nowadays, so we don't know there's still billboards, but like you can, social media is like your advertisement. So I try and go live as much as I can. Anytime I get new products, I do a video of that. Just trying to show up so much, because your reach that you can get with social media is so huge. And so you can reach different people, different audiences. Instagram, I do Instagram and Facebook, and there's a lot of people on TikTok and all the different things. So I think just being present on social media is definitely the key here. And then
Great.
there is a good question on here.
Your also real quick on the social media.
Yeah.
It provides us with training on what are the best tips and tricks for social media. They've got a social media playbook, really great tools there. There was another question that came in earlier from Dariza. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Dariza, what are your go-to techniques to meet new customers? That is such a great question. All of us start out with our friends and family, the people in our circle that we already know. And then after some time, we've gotten everyone. We've gotten every face. So there, we actually have a list of 100 ways to get new leads. And your consultant or the sales directors here, we're happy to share that with you. But things like going to vendor events and meeting people. When you're out at the grocery store, compliment a woman on her hair. I mean, authentically, right? And just start up a conversation. We kind of call that warm chatter. There's so many things that can be done to get leads. We do things like facial boxes, enter to win, things like that, and people will give you their contact information and get it that way. Another really great way that we get new names or leads is referrals from our customers. And I know Victoria is like the queen of referrals here. And so there's so many ways that we will get new customers or get new leads, and we are happy to share them with you.
Yes, awesome. That's perfect. And let's do one last question. We saw some come across, but we're running out of time. So it says, does Mary Kay have any plans to make a fun line for eyeshadow colors or lipstick? Yes, we definitely come out with new products every quarter. Stay tuned. We can't talk about it, but there are new products coming on. You guys can order on, I believe it's September 15th. It comes to your websites, and new consultants can order on September 10th. But such fun products coming, great colors. I don't know if we're gonna have, I know you said gothic girly. I don't know if we're gonna have any like blacks or anything like that, but there's gonna be some definite fun colors, and every quarter they come out with new products. So it is amazing. Okay, any other questions we missed? I think that was
amazing.
okay. I'm going to share my screen. If we missed your question, just reach out to whoever invited you today, and we will get that question answered. And when we have our survey too, we will ask you guys what questions you have about that. So let me go ahead and, no, not that. Hold on. Share my screen real quick. And this will be for watching live, for those of you who are going to win that amazing body lotion that Victoria showed us. There were so many comments, you guys. I was sweating trying to get all these on here. So let's see who our winner is. Ready, set, go. Well, there's usually music, but it's okay. We'll see. We'll do our own music. All right. Our winner is Montavia. Is that how you say her name? Hopefully I said it right. Nice job.
That's how you say it, yes.
Awesome. We will reach out to you soon to get you your prize. Thank you,
Thank you
everybody.
so much.
Yes, thank you everyone for being on tonight. We loved having you and have a great night.
Yay.
Woo!
Thank you, everybody. That was
Thank
awesome.
you.